Hey folks, it's your boy D here with a Fukatsu no F, Resurrection F, Dragon Ball Z 2015 update. Pretty late at night right here when I'm recording this, but got some cool bit of information here. Before I continue, this is going to contain spoilers, legitimate spoilers in some cases. Not anything too major, but it is going to have some spoilers and some speculation on my part. So in the May issue of V-Jump, which is a Japanese magazine that comes out monthly in Japan, it's like a spin-off magazine to Shonen Jump, which I'm sure most of you have heard of. But V-Jump is more of like a news magazine, and it used to be just a video game exclusive type magazine, but they talk about everything. So there's an interview with two, I would call them Akira Toriyama's two, successors, so to speak, his two students, if you will, Toyotaro and Ooishi. Now, Toyotaro is currently the manga artist responsible for putting together the adaptation of Dragon Ball Z Fukatsu no F, which is, we got 2 chapters out so far. He's the artist who does that. These two are big-time students of Akira Toriyama. And he also is he's more known for doing Dragon Ball Heroes Victory Mission, which, again, this is stuff that the Japanese get that North America has never gotten. These little mini comics that Toriyama doesn't do, but they're still little fun, Dragon Ball related material. I like them. They're cool. I wish we got some translations of them. Meanwhile, Ooishi is a little bit more prominent in that Ooishi also did a couple of comics. She did the manga adaptation to the 2008 Dragon Ball Yo Son Goku and His Friends Return. She did that, and she did Dragon Ball SD, which is really awesome also. And she also is the creator of Episode of Bardock, which is the second Bardock special. That's what I consider it. I don't know if you guys have seen that. We never got a dub of it. So if you're in North America, it hasn't come out yet. I'm not saying it won't, but it hasn't yet. It was from 2011. Anyways, I'm digressing. So these two people, Toriyama himself has pretty much pedestaled as saying that they are very talented, they understand Dragon Ball, and thus they are allowed to work on Toriyama projects with Toriyama and adaptations and things like that. So they're very close to the situation. Well, they revealed that they have seen the movie. They have seen the entire film, Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, Fukatsu no F. And I'm going to put up the image that was taken from the V-Jump magazine, and a couple of spoilers here. They talk about Freeza's comeback and how there was a little bit of backlash initially because people were confused about why Freeza. And very good points are made here. Toyotaro says that Cell is an enemy from the future, Boo is an enemy from the past, which I never made that connection, but it's true. I actually like that. And so as a result of that, Freeza was like the most evil villain of the current time, as well as the most naturally powerful. And he's also probably the most popular, and thus that is why he was brought in. Now, what's interesting about this is if you look at the scan, there's a few clips that were taken from the film, or not from the film, but from the manga adaptation. Well, I don't even know if this is even from the adaptation because the timeline's a little weird, but there's like an extra little panel of a couple extra panels here. I don't even know where they're actually from, if they're going to be in the comic adaptation or not, but there is a scene of Frieza's ship being overly bloated because they have 1,000 people, 1,000 of his soldiers in the ship, and Frieza's like not happy because they're all scrunched in there, like all of his soldiers, and Frieza's got to be surrounded by all these smelly, aliens from all these distant worlds that all worship him. And Sorbit's like, oh, I guess a ship of 1,000 was a little too much. And then Frieza's like, I can't take this anymore. We got to get to Earth. This is when they go out and they're, in space. And then we see a scene of Jaco, the Galactic Patrolman, and he spots them. He's like, what's going on here? And that's probably going to lead to his involvement in the film. I'm planning to do another video about Jaco in the future, because a lot of people don't know who that is, so we'll talk about it. But What's interesting is they talk about that there's apparently going to be some interaction in this film between Bulma and Beerus again, which tells me that Beerus goes to Earth at one point. That's kind of a cool thing. I'm looking forward to that. And I actually hope that Lord Beerus gets his pudding this time. I would love nothing more. Wouldn't it be awesome if, because we know now that Whis can like reverse time when Beerus fucks up. Wouldn't it be awesome if he eats the pudding and he like is so happy that he accidentally blows up like Jupiter, and then Whis is like, God damn it, and then he freaking has to fix it. That kind of shit, that's my kind of comedy, and Toriyama's the best at it. So there is that, and not to mention a couple things is we get more confirmation about Vegeta and how important he is to this film. Vegeta is, quote, really amazing in this movie. He goes, you guys seriously love Vegeta way too much. Please give this message to our readers, which was what the writer had put. And they're just talking about how there's a lot of one-on-one fights and things like that. There's a few spoilers that are out about, the first 2 chapters, and there's a big, there's that big Reddit thing, which I'm not going to get into right now. I'll do a separate video about that. But I'm putting the image up there, and I'm going to put a link to it here in the thread. Check it out, and it's unquestionable as to how popular Vegeta is. He's always been one of the most popular characters in the series. So no matter what, whether or not the rumored quote-unquote leaked ending is true or not, I don't believe it is. But no matter what, he's going to get some time to shine in this film. He's got a big role in this film, and I do believe he's the guy who takes out Freeza. Is it going to happen like in the quote-unquote leak? I don't know, but he's definitely, I think he's going to do it. Anyways, I'll catch you down the road.